thanks, Windows. It's technically not Windows' fault. It's the way I only have 2 USB ports on the front of this computer, so I had to use a USB, splitter device. I plugged both the webcam, because I'm doing a webcam this time, and the PlayStation controller in. And you know how it is with the PlayStation controller. Well, thank you. Is that ducking the audio like it should be? A bit better. Going through the guest mic? Probably good enough. I forget how I set all this stuff up. Because this last week has been a blur for me in terms of setting this stream up. And I did not even get to all the things I'd planned to do on this stream. I have been planning to do like a stream toy, I guess is the proper terminology for it. That I didn't even get a chance to start it, because I've been upgrading my touch portal setup. I've been adding new sound alerts. I've been trying to figure out. Wow. Thank you. I really like the way that sounds now. The little sound stinger. Whoa. Like watching the bar fill up. That's a good bar. But yeah, like, I don't know if you guys can hear me because it says I'm on an ad break right now, which is a new thing I get to see. But I completely revamped my touch portal setup to where chat now looks a lot better. I have like a whole feed of everything everybody's doing on the stream. Like if you redeem something, the only thing I don't get to see is donations on the feed, because for whatever reason, touch portal doesn't hook into stream elements. So like I don't get a feed of donation totals, but I can hear the sound. And I should actually grab my phone, because I could load up the stream elements feed on my phone and then just manually check it from time to time. I will do that right now, before we get started. I like how I can watch it duck in real time. Every time I speak, you can watch the visualizer drop. That's pretty good. Green. Oh, please tell me I can log in to the website from my telephone. Yes. I'm also streaming at a higher bitrate this time. The Ring Racer stream was pretty bad. I did not realize just how bad it was. So I ran a speed test on the internet, and I think it said I top out at about 11, but also I share that connection with other people. So I have it up to about 6,000. Like the whole dumb thing with that is I have it set on VBR, variable bitrate, where you would think it would try and stream up to the maximum available, right? So I had it set from 3,000 to 9,000 megabits per second, or 3 megabits to 9 megabits per second, with 9 being the maximum it was supposedly allowed to do. And what OBS ends up doing, instead of trying to stream up to the maximum possible, it would stay at that 3 megabit range the entire time, which looks like garbage. So we're at about double that right now. hopefully. Okay, how do I get the feed on my... Giving me totals. There we go. Here's the feed. Give me the pop out. And like the dumb thing about Stream Elements in general, so a lot of my alerts go through Stream Elements, right? All my pop-ups for subs and things like that. Stream Elements is also obviously handling the donation system. They will give me alerts to pop up on screen when people donate money. They do not have alerts to tell me when my goal is reached. So I don't know when I hit the goal or if I hit the goal or anything like that. I just know that I get money. Can I make this full screen? Get the desktop site. There's no full screen button. That's too compact. That way it'll show me. And then I just have to unlock my phone every now and then and check. Actually, wait a minute. Can I like pick and choose what alerts I want on here? What if I tap the gear? Avatars, add control, widget data. What is that? Use this page to see and edit data for various widgets. Great. Goals. 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 There we go. Goal progress, subscribers. That doesn't tell me anything. Page is useless, Stream Elements. Yeah, I really like my Stream Elements dashboard. Or not my touch portal dashboard that I've made for myself. Obviously, I still have all the same old buttons. I can mute my mic, I can mute my game, I can toggle my camera. I can clip stuff from my touch portal. I can run ad breaks from my touch portal. But one thing, I don't know if this is going to work. Maybe we'll get to test it. Maybe we won't. I tried to build in something to detect when I get a bot in the chat. And if I have what looks like a bot by my detection parameters, then I have a very special button on my touch portal where it will ban the bot and clear the chat. Both for you and on the screen, so that I don't have this lingering message on the stream. Because that was a problem before. I could manually deal with a bot, but it would still show up on the VOD. It would still, hang on screen for 10 seconds or whatever. That's not going to happen anymore. Assuming this works. I even get a little readout that tells me what song is currently playing. Which is something I would actually have to bring up Winamp to see. It's pretty nice. So, what are we streaming today? In all this setup and this mess of trying to, improve my touch portal, add all these new sound alerts, which I should note, not only did I add new sound alerts, I improved some of them. But now, a couple of sound alerts now have characters pop up. And maybe that's a bad idea, maybe it's not. We'll see. We'll see. Yes, thank you. Anyway, what I was trying to say before my own brain got sidetracked I don't know what I'm streaming. I have a list of potential games that I was thinking about. Where did I even put that text file? There it is. But like, I never actually picked anything. So I don't know what to start with. Like, in my mind, I had this thought, okay, well, you know, I'll run polls. I'll see what people want me to stream. But even then, that would require me to pick out games to put in the poll. And I never even did that because I just didn't have time. Because I've been juggling, not only getting ready for the stream, I have scripts and things for upcoming videos and stuff that I've been working on. I've been getting my YouTube channel set up for the membership option, which is basically YouTube's Patreon alternative. So I've been getting some of that in order. For Patreon donors, you'll know that I have been posting something I call very early access over there on Patreon, where I basically take first drafts of scripts that I'm not currently doing anything with, or that I'll be doing something with in the future, and having a text-to-speech thing read out what the scripts are like, because that's part of my writing process. Is I'll finish a first draft and then I'll have a text-to-speech engine read it back to me, because it kind of helps, you know, break me out of bad habits hearing somebody else's voice say my words. So I've been recording those, the TTS, reading out my own scripts, and I've been posting those up as something called very early access. So you can hear, you know, scripts days, weeks, months, in some cases even years before they turn into real videos. And I've been trying to get those converted over to work on this YouTube membership system. So that's been a lot of work. I've been recording intros for those because I want those to stand more as a podcast for the Patreon versions of those posts. You know, I would write like a paragraph or two explaining, you know, setting up what the script was, why it hasn't been done yet, what I was trying to accomplish with the script, you know, maybe errors and things like that. But for the YouTube version, I've been, you know, turning them into proper podcasts where there's a little bit of a voiced intro from me, where I basically just read the Patreon post out before we get to the early access script. So that's been something I've been working on. I wrote a very long post about Mother 3 because I finished that game recently. And I want to post that to bltn.net as, you know, a very long article. It might be too long for Tumblr, to be honest. But as part of that, something else that I've been thinking about, you may remember the Fortnite review I did 4 years ago that I ended up turning into a podcast because I wanted to start narrating my articles that get posted up on bltn.net. I was thinking of making that also like a Patreon reward, instead of just doing that for free, because those actually take a fair amount of work. But for the really long written articles, turning them into podcasts for Patreon and the YouTube membership. So I've been getting this Mother 3 article in order, which is almost 13 pages long, to give you an idea of just how much text I wrote about this game. I was getting that in order. A couple other things, you know, here and there. Just general life stuff. I was trying to, like, do my grocery shopping yesterday, right? Get it out of the way so that it wouldn't impact the stream, so that I could start earlier. And the grocery delivery I set up for yesterday ended up being almost 5 hours late. So I canceled it and had to reschedule it for today. Usually I do grocery shopping on Fridays, so it would have just been the normal day. But with that said, give me a second. Oh, I should probably also get something to drink before we get started. And maybe I will, actually, seriously, a joke, run a poll and see what happens. I kind of like this headset. It has a very long cable now that I have it plugged into this USB adapter. And apologies if you hear fan noise in the background. It has been pretty hot the last couple weeks. I am actually really worrying that it is going to be a miserable summer. Because that's kind of how it's starting to feel. I already had one in the fridge. I put this in the freezer for nothing. Before I took a shower, I threw a soda in the freezer to get it cold. I didn't need to do that because I already had one in the fridge. Where's my cup? Whoa, what did I do? Ah! I hit the stupid 7.1 button on my headset with my foot. I don't know if that changed the audio for any of you. This stupid headset has fake surround sound, which just makes everything sound echoey and weird. It's poured. Something else I should do before I start the stream is... I don't know if anyone out there has ever seen these in a Walmart or whatever, in the as seen on TV section of the store. You know, that aisle that's usually full of all the gimmicky junk that doesn't work. I bought one of those Arctic chiller cubes. It's basically a fan with a built-in humidifier. And normally you would expect those things don't work, right? Because they're in that crummy section of Walmart where all the crap is. The crap that doesn't work. Well, I subscribe to a YouTube channel called Technology Connections. You've probably heard of him. He's pretty cool. He explains a lot of how technology is connected. Who would have guessed, right? I should probably put that out of the fridge. I have to pour me another pop eventually. But he was talking about, gosh, it was last year, year before, something like that. Portable air conditioners. I think at the very end of his video, he mentioned these little portable Arctic chiller cooler things. He mentioned that they don't really do much of anything unless you're in a dry climate, and I'm in a dry climate. And even under normal circumstances, if I'm pausing a lot as I talk, it's because I'm moving around my room. But even in normal circumstances, my room gets pretty toasty. Last summer, I bought a thermometer for my room, and it gets up to like 85, 86 degrees in here in the summer, which is pretty hot. And that thermometer also comes with a humidity sensor. So I can also tell you it gets down to like 10% humidity. So it gets pretty hot and it gets pretty dry. So these things basically act like little miniature desktop swamp coolers. They pull water up through like a sponge pad or something like that. And then, like I said, they basically act like a humidifier. blowing cool mist into the air. And it doesn't help tons, but it does help a little bit. Especially if it's like sitting right next to me and actively blowing on me. Then I really feel it. So I moved it so it is blowing on me. Because I can tell you right now, it is currently 82 degrees in here. Actually, I'm going to crack a window too, because I just said the humidity in this room gets down to like 10%. It is currently 40% humidity in here. Which isn't like extreme or anything like that. The humidity monitor actually says it's exactly square in the middle of the comfort zone. So, probably pretty comfortable in here. But also, I feel damp and gross and weird. And I just filled the tank up on this cooler thing, so it's only gonna get more humid in here. And that's the thing with swamp coolers, right? You need airflow. That's kind of how they function. Okay. But what are we gonna play first? Did I uninstall this? I did, yes. Okay. Suppose we'll warm up with something first, real quick. Gosh, I've already been sitting here on the away screen for a half an hour. Something quick I can just jump into and jump out of. Oh, that was one thing I didn't get to do. Oh well. I have a sorry, my brain is jumping all over the place. We'll start with something that I've been thinking about starting with, or ending a stream with, for a long time. But I gotta set it up first. Do I not have it in a place set up easily? I gotta download it? Oh, this will only take a sec. It's a Game Boy Advance game. It's portable.zip installer, please.